Are we live? Are we live? One second there. We're live. We're finally live. Jesus Christ. I don't know what happened there, guys. I do apologize for that. I'm telling you, I told you, I was in the toilet. I was literally stuck in, finally we're live. I've been live, well, in my head, I thought I was live for 20 minutes. 20 minutes straight, I was just talking shit. I'm like, yo, where's everybody? Why is it so quiet for? What the fuck? Oh my God. I've already had 3 cigarettes. I might as well have a 4th one now. Fucking hell, dude. Oh, fuck. At least we're live now. No, you're not late. You're not. No one's late. Literally, what happened was, I was having a bit of technical difficulty, and I was trying to restart the stream and whatever and all that kind of nonsense. Next thing is, it was like, so I was like, yeah, it looked like it was live and whatever on the YouTube section. Yeah, it looked like it was live. So I've been going on the stream, gave the morning calls and whatever, all that kind of stuff, as well as asking how everyone was doing, and I didn't get any response. I'm like, this is kind of rude now. Everyone's in a bad mood or some shit like that. Like, fuck these motherfuckers then. Shouldn't have come on YouTube in it. They can suck a dick in it. That's what I was thinking. And then I was like the Discord is just having a random chat. I'm like, what's going on with the Discord? And then I was like, yo, are we live? They're like, no, we're waiting for you. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah. So I was like, all right, cool. I was like, everyone's just going mad in it. I was like, they're just chatting as normal. And I was like, fucking rude and stuff like that. I was like, I shouldn't have just come on YouTube in it. And I was like, yo, I'll be live. They're like, no, we're waiting for you. You done with the toilet? I was like, I didn't go to the toilet. I was literally stuck here. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. All right, cool. We're back though. At least we're live. At least we're live. That's the important thing. So let's get cracking. Jesus Christ, I'm so sorry, guys. Let's do the morning shout as usual, and then we get cracking as well. So Crypto Cruise, morning to you, happy new year to you guys as well. Seamus in the house, Bomb Biggie, Renot Talisman, Guna Partial Daily, Half Hustle, Gandalf, Captain Cruise, David Bart, Cryptique. We got John Kaboosh, Ed Shaz, Adam, Final Country Club. What else do we have? We got Bomb Biggie, Circuits in the house, Cryptique, Stanley Badass, Zimmy. There's a lot of you guys here, man. Jesus, Sebastian's in the house. Raphael, look. Oh, thank you, brother. Thank you. It's a new look, basically. It's like a rebrand. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking to do a rebrand in terms of, instead of actually coming in looking like a bit of a dickhead, and but it actually happened yesterday. Yesterday, I don't know if you guys actually followed. If you on Twitter, you see me Trader Daink on Twitter, and I did a bit of a little, well, not a snippet. It was a 10-minute video in regards to the coins of 2020, 2021, what they're looking like as well, and how I think they relate to the 2017 dinosaur coins as well, which they're not going to have a massive run, in my opinion as well. I could be wrong completely. So I did a little stream last night before I went for a family dinner, and so like I don't know what happened, like what you call it. So I was there. I looked at myself on the video on Twitter when he uploaded. I'm like, yeah, I look kind of good, you know. I look kind of decent. I like this look. For those who don't know much about me, one thing about me personally is that I love wearing a shirt. Any opportunity I can wear a shirt, I'll wear a shirt 100%. Wear a suit, a 3-piece suit, 2-piece suit, whether it's a blazer, whether it's a vest on, or just wearing a shirt. I'll always wear a shirt. I love that. Like, you know, for me, it's like, it sets you apart as a man. My belief is this, like, every man should own a number of shirts as well, and like it just looks good. I think, in my opinion, it's like saying, look, boys wear t-shirts and polo shirts and stuff like that. There's a time to wear it and whatnot, but I'm a suit guy. God, it's gone colder. Yeah, I'm a suit guy, so let me make a quick cigarette. But anyway, Hasib's in the house, Soren's in the house, Michael, Caffrey, Top G. Thank you for that, brother. Appreciate that, Crypto Cruise. Who else we got? We got Joel in the house, Skin Face, I look like a proper right geezer. Thank you for that, brother. Appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Just getting out of your system. What else we got? Freaking Mario's in the house. This question now, yeah, 100%. How's everyone doing though in terms of then it was like, yeah, circuit. Sorry, this smooth like chocolate. No, but like wave jumpers are like I need to moisturize myself, and I thought like shit. Do I look crusty? Yeah, I was like, do I look fucking crusty or some shit? And then he's like, it's like smooth as chocolate. I was like, oh okay, he's not dissing me because you gotta double check in it. I don't know if I should be pissed off or whatever. So yeah, bless him as well. But yeah, thank you so much for that critique, man. Wild weekend, bruv. I wish, man. I wish I was just family on the weekend as well. Just didn't really do much, you know. That's the usual stuff, man. I'm a boring guy. I'm the type of guy who likes to actually be at home and just do my own thing in it. I don't really like going out partying and stuff like that. I've got my mind tells me that like my mentality tells me like, yo, you've got to work and you've got to grind. Keep grinding right now. Put the effort into it for the next year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years maybe, and live the rest of your life as a champion. And that's my belief really as well. And it's like I have this motto: I'm not here to play, I'm here to take over. So I'm not here to play games or whatever. I'm just playing the game, like the game of the market itself. That's what it is. But boring guy. Plenty of stories. Nah. But bro, I'm 31, man. I'm 31. I got white hairs growing out my fucking beard and shit like that. I need to chill out now. I can't live a life that I was as if I was 20. You gotta know. Is once you hit when you hit a certain age, you know when your limit is, and I know my limit is here. Like time to chill out. Trying to do like be one of them boring guys, innit? Would you consider a Pants Off Friday stream? Ooh, is it an Aussie thing? You know what? Skin face. That's not a bad idea. Pants off. I tell you plenty of times I've always wanted to actually have no trousers underneath here because you can't see shit. But when I stand up, I don't want things flopping around in it. That's the problem. Get fucking done for fucking sexual assault and haven't touched anyone. But yeah, Bomb Biggie. Feels good to be an oldie though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like being an oldie. I gotta say, I like it. It's one of those things like yeah, it's like a gentleman in it. You know what I'm saying? But it's good though. It's good. How's everyone doing? How's everyone's weekend? How was everyone's New Year? We haven't really chat for a little while. It feels good to be on YouTube again. It feels really, really good to be back here on YouTube. For you guys, especially for my YouTube fans and the DCC noses, on the DCC group, I do the daily trades every day, Monday to Friday itself. But I haven't done a daily trade session for you guys on YouTube for a little while now. So I've got to do the weekend outlook anyway. So do the weekend outlook, and after that we just dive right into the sessions. Along with you. I don't know. I don't know if it's long. We'll let the girls say it. The ladies will have to tell me. But all I know is like I'm a guy. I know I'm a guy. I don't have no pronouns. I don't have no he, she, this and that. I'm literally a dude. But never mind. Let's get back into work. Talk about crypto. Let's see what's going on there. Before we carry on, dollar index, right? Dollar index is pushing down. All right. So nothing too spectacular to say. It's in this block itself. I mean, is it gonna find support here and then push up? Last week, what was interesting, right? Was this? We're just looking at the weekly. We're not looking at anything deeply. This is the weekend outlook, and then straight after this, we use the hey Nitish Kije, correct? Big love to you, man. Doing awesome. What about you, Cruz? I actually really trade crypto anymore. Okay, shit, you swapped the stocks. Yeah, I think stocks that's the next thing I'm looking to go into. Is literally going into the That's bad. I can see myself. Yeah, I'm looking to go into playing Forex next as well, because I think that the crypto market, that big drop in crypto has already happened. So in stocks and currencies as well are the place I'll be looking for. What pink? Which pink are you talking about? Yeah. So looking for like I think that's I might have a session on Forex, a Forex session as well, for those who are interested in there. If you guys are interested as well to trade Forex as well, one thing that I'm teaming up with. It hasn't been officially done yet, but I'll let you guys know. I'm teaming up with partnering with BingX, BINGX, and they actually trade Forex on the Forex company, the Forex, the indices, the stocks as well, and the currencies as well. So I'm looking to move into BingX myself. Once that's finalized as well, I'll appreciate if anyone will actually sign up to the link and whatnot. So yeah, so there's a project called BingX that, you know what? Let me do it. Let me do it right now. Give me a second. I'll do it on the chat. Let me send you my referral. Give me a second. So if you guys want to sign up to it, invite to copy this. That's my link. Cool. And let me just drop onto YouTube. One moment there. Sorry about this, guys. New channel. Man, my throat's fucked though. So yeah, that's my referral code. If anyone wants to actually sign up to it, really appreciate that to support the channel. It keeps the algorithm going as well, and it keeps me doing my bit as well. Doesn't cost anyone a penny really to actually sign up. So just get everything. Yeah, it doesn't cost anyone a penny. But I've been using BingX myself personally in the coming days and so to play the Forex market as well myself. That's where I'll be looking to go. So yeah, you looking to learn? Yeah, Prime XBT is one, but I'm using BingX myself. So obviously I don't have any partnership with Prime XBT, so I can't really promote them myself. But I'll be promoting BingX myself. Which exchange do you use the most? I got various amount of exchanges, you know. I've got the thingy. CMC was one thing that I was using. But you know, I haven't used CMC for a while because you have to bear in mind I haven't traded Forex for a little while. So yeah, BingX is what I've been using for the last couple of days really as well. Yeah, for this beginning of the year I've been using BingX as well, and I've got to say like it's smooth. It's very smooth as well, and it's one of those ones that actually are not only good for liquidity and whatnot, but it's one of those exchanges that actually uses the Forex market. So appreciate if anyone actually would sign up, and yeah, let's get cracking though. So dollar index, right? I mean, for the year, for the weekly yesterday, last week itself, we retested into this range, the range low itself, and then we rejected off it quite strongly. So saying that, what's going to happen there? If we lose it, well, if we come back down here, I'll be happy to play around the mid range, then play down to range low, and maybe a pull back into here, and then we'll see what happens once we reclaim and hold above it, push up on the upside as well. I do think dollar index is going to be quite bullish going forward as well. Like maybe it's because looks like a pullback. If you look at it this way, this was the order block right here, the consolidation just right over there, got resistance over here, pull back, resistance, come back there, resistance, had a bit of resistance, we push back up, and once we break above it, this block now is bullish to me as well. As long as we don't lose this low over here, lose the block itself, clean close below it, then we start looking for any pullbacks, send the market back down. That's what the idea will be. But saying that, I'm quite happy for it to come back down, maybe take out this liquidity there, and then once we reclaim and hold above it, then we push up into these areas there and see what happens from there. And yeah, we work it level to level. So that's the gist of it as well. But the weekly itself, it's literally just all it's done. It's taking out liquidity. Well, this new week as well, we're taking out the lows itself. So of last week's low, and we close above it. So we're in this range there. This is about the mid range itself. Do we do something like that? Hold above it, have Monday's range, mid range, and then step back into this weekly range that we had over here. And if we do, happy days, back into the mid range, into the range high itself. Or do we actually play it back down over here for the shorts itself to come out and to take out these liquidity over here and these bits over here? And then once we lose that, I think we come back into potentially this particular high here. That's what I'm looking for. That's a really strong pullback, but we'll work it out level to level itself. Nothing too spectacular about it. ES has been quite interesting. ES has actually been, bring up the levels. It's pushing up. It's pushing up already. We've taken out last week's high itself. We're just at the moment, right, at last week's highs. So if it was to break down, Happy days. Play back down to this level here. That's September's mid-range. That's September's high. This is September's low over here. And that's the mid-range. Play to the mid-range. Once we lose this mid-range, next level I'm looking for is this low over here. And then if it breaks this level, off we go. Take out all this liquidity there. Come back down to 25% range. That's what I'm looking for weekly play itself. We'll see how this goes. Monitor it level to level. But then the bullish market structure, if it was to be bullish, if ES was to be bullish, again, let Monday do its thing. We've got Monday's range tomorrow. You've got the highs and lows. Let's say this is the high of Monday and this is the low of Monday. Once it does its thing and steps back above Monday's high itself, play the market all the way back into the mid-range, which is about 4K, 4,017 into the mid-range of this weekly range itself. Because what we had so far is, if you look here, if that's the high, let me just highlight this. That's the low, that's the mid-range, and that's the range high. Where we're playing at, we're playing in this particular range, right? Why do I say that? You see the last, 3 weeks here, we've had consolidation below the mid-range, so it's all holding and showing lower highs there. So really and truly, I'm quite, like, it's stuck in this range. I think, like, as a whole, it's in this little range here. So that's that there. If it were to show bullishness, we play the bullishness all the way to the mid-range, breaks above and holds above it, no problem. Play it back into the range high, and then we'll see what happens next. That's pretty much it. Nothing else, nothing too spectacular. But if it comes at the mid-range and starts breaking down, no problem. Play it back down to this weekly high, and then let's see if we come back into this weekly low. That's what I'll be looking for as a weekly play itself. So we'll see how ES plays out. Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin is actually quite strong as well. For beginners, what is your suggestion? No, Aj. They're all the same, to be honest. They're all the same. They're all pretty much the same. They all do the same exact same thing as well. I mean, a lot of people use Binance depending on the country that you're in. Like in the UK, you can't really use leverage for Binance, but you can use spot trading for Binance. I was using Delta Exchange before. Delta Exchange was good, but then I had a problem with liquidity. It became quite bad on liquidity, so I haven't really used Delta Exchange for a little while there. Then I moved into I was using Bybit. And they were good. They were really good actually. I've got no complaints with them. But then I've got a partnership with building up at the moment. We're just getting the whole bit finalized between me and them with BingX, and I've used them in the beginning of the year, and they've been quite good. So I would, I'm quite happy to use BingX. And the great thing about BingX as well, not only is it simple, it looks like the interface of using it is really easy to play with, similar to like Bybit, for example. And it looks like Binance. It's just so clean and easy to look at, easy to use as well. And the great thing about them, about BingX, and that I'm seeing personally myself, is that you can actually trade the indices. You can trade like Forex, and that's what I'm going to be doing over 2023 myself personally. So I like, if you asking me my recommendation, I said BingX. I don't really have any issues with them at the moment. So as long as they're fine and whatnot, happy days. Let's use them in it. End of the day, it's entirely up to you. I mean, I can't force anyone to use something that whatever they don't want to use. Maybe BingX isn't for you. It happens as well. It happens to everyone. Like maybe the exchange that other influencers like myself are using, it's not for you, and you're like, it doesn't work out well for me, and that happens, innit? So, but yeah, what you could do. You can try BingX. If you like it, great. If you don't like it, you can try something else as well. There's all these other exchanges. I'm never gonna tell you guys, yo, use this, use that, and whatever. Like, I appreciate if you guys use my link, my referral link, and sign up to it as well. It's really helpful for me as well. It's just giving me that support with these exchanges and whatnot, and I can bring out a lot more content to you guys more regular on YouTube as well. The more you guys use it, and the more you guys actually get the volume going on BingX itself. For me personally, the more I can actually bring more stuff to you guys, and prizes and shit like that from BingX, really sponsored by them. So obviously I'm working on those little things, because like what I don't want to do is just sign up to have a partnership with an exchange, but they're not really giving anything for their customers. For me, it's like, what can you give to my audience itself? I don't really care about me. Like for me, like my little bit will be the a partnership being signed up to an exchange. To me, it just looks good on a resume itself. But you guys are the ones who actually are signing up to it. Now I got to give you the incentive. I say, all right, if you sign up to it, we can have like monthly prizes or some shit like that. So that's, to me, is what I like to see from an exchange. So we're working those little final details. But yeah, I shared it with the DC. I actually shared it with the DCC over the weekend. It was, I didn't post in the link section, but it was on the, it was literally like on the VIP lounge. I posted out there. So, but yeah, that's it. Coming along on ES, net gas, and have money validation. Yeah. Yeah, it's really good for liquidity, I gotta say. I have no issues. Anyway, let's talk about the weekend outlook, weekly outlook with Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin, if you guys remember, we were playing in this particular range itself. That's the high, and that's the low, and we've been range banding in here. The mid range comes in about somewhere around here. I think, nah, where's the fucking mid range? Let me get it myself. That's the wrong fucking chart. Let me get this chart there. There we go. Right, so talking about the whole thing as a whole, okay? So that's the low of it, the high over there, and that's the low, and this is the mid-range, okay? Then I'm going to highlight this, which is July's low itself, right? So I'm going to highlight that. I'm at this level to level, and I'm going to show you what the weekly plan is going to be like going forward. And then we'll do the weekly plan for BTC and ETH quickly, briefly, and then we'll talk about what's the day trades are, okay? Cool. So started off the week, right? Well, last week itself, well, 2 weeks ago, at the end of December, came to the mid-range, held it, we pushed back up to the range high itself. And the question is this a breakout on the upside, or is this a deviation? If it's a deviation, we want to see price get back below here. So, am I long? No, not yet. Am I short? Not just yet. I think in the group itself, I'm happy for a pullback, but we'll talk about that in a wee little second there. So, the key comes down to this now. If I want to take a short, how would I improve my probability for a short? I want to see price get back below that range high itself, which comes in around 1280, no, 17, yeah, around, well, 171670, whatever it is. Let's give you the exact numbers. This is on the Coinbase chart, which is the highest, yeah, 17169. Once we get back below here, shows bearish market structure, break out these lows, bearish market structure. Target one will be the mid range, take out the liquidity here, and then this is the weekly range we're playing in. And play it back. I think mid-range of the last week's mid-range will be target 1, target 2 will be there. That's it. Simple as that. If we hold above it, cut the trade, we're going to go back up to levels of mid-range and then the range high itself. Now, continuation is once we get back below the mid-range, we can start breaking it back down, take out the liquidity there, play it down to 15.8k. That's the gist for the shorts there. What's going to be quite key is the yearly open. The yearly open is going to be the most important thing in my opinion as well, because what I want to be looking for, right? Although I'm looking for targets around 16.4k, well, 16.5, yeah, around 16, yeah, let's call it 16.5k. I gotta bear in mind that we got the yearly open. The yearly open, if we tag it and start holding above the yearly open, that's the confirmation to go up higher prices there. That's pretty much it. That's the short plays and the range band plays within this range here. What am I looking for? A breakout play. Now, what I'm looking for is for a pivot. Where is the high that's going to be capping the market? This high has capped the market 1 week, 2 week. We'll see how it goes for this as a third week itself, right? If I want to increase my probability for longs, I want to see price let price do its thing. Whatever it wants to do, bit of a deviation below here. Once we step back up and hold above it, then I'm looking for longs where to take out the liquidity of this high here. That's why I'll be looking for level to level there. And then once we go into 18.4k, I believe, around 18.4k, then I'm looking for us to come back to July's low. This is July's low. We found support over here. We've lost it there. We haven't had a retest, at least a retest there. Do we actually step back above and show bullish market structure for higher prices to come into these areas here? I don't really know. We'll work this out level to level. Anything changes throughout the week, we'll do a stream quite live together as on YouTube. But if it does something like this, deviation, and then starts doing a bearish market structure, this to me looks like a retest, breakdown, send it back down to here, and we'll see what happens level to level, right? That's the gist of it really. And I'm not looking for crazy numbers, but what I would love to see as a whole, right, I'm not gonna lie to you, what I would love to see is a retest of the previous all-time high. When I say previous all-time high, I'm not talking about 69k, I'm talking about this one, that 20k level. I love to see price push up, come back into this area, this consolidation right there. Once we come back down, breaks down, play it back down into this area there. Once, and this is a range bound environment, once we get back below here, send it back down into this particular area of consolidation here, filling out all the inefficiencies of FVGs, fair value gaps, whatever you want to call it, and that'll be a freaking sweet little trade, you know. That'll be a very beautiful, like, long trade, not long trade, short trade, as a swing short trade. That is, I can't fucking speak, man. What the fuck's going on with me today? But yeah, I'm looking for a really, shit. That's better. Now I can put my legs inside. Yeah, so I'm looking for a nice little short trade there. So we'll see how that goes. Now that's BTC. It looks like it's quite decent. Let's go on Ethereum. What's Ethereum doing? Same nonsense really as well. I mean, it's right here. Like what's key is, number one, we're still playing within July's range. Okay, we can't deny that. We're above the yearly open. Remember, above the yearly open is bullish, below the yearly open is bearish. As simple as that. All right. But what we're doing is we're finding resistance at this particular high over here. This candle right there. So there's liquidity resting over here. This high over here. There's liquidity resting here. Do we push up, come back to the mid-range to 1400, and then come back here and then break down? And what's interesting at 1440, that's previous all-time high. Let me show you. Where is it? Where's the fuck? Oh yeah, there you go. Same thing. I'll be quite happy for a retest over here, which comes into around approximately the mid-range of July's mid-range. And all it is, just a retest of the July's mid-range for us to make, maybe come, I don't know if it's squeezed into here, I don't know. But at least the 1440 would be a nice level for us to push back down, to play it back down, and make the continuation of a bearish market structure. Because if you look at it this way, market structure-wise is low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. I mean, it's making this like this, whatever you want to call it, or whatever pattern you want to call it. So I mean, if we break out on the upside, I don't know. I don't think so. I'm still bearish on the yearly. For me to be bullish, like, you know, extremely bullish, I would like to see is a reclaim of this level here. So, for fuck's sake, of this level here. That's the key thing. Once we reclaim and hold above it, and then take out these highs there, that's for me the confirmation to take longs to go for higher prices. That's what I'll be liking to see. But I'm still bearish for the yearly. You have to bear in mind, like, whether you're looking for shorts or long or whatever. A morning Piota, how you doing, brother? Are you looking for shorts or thinking 150x leverage? Yeah, time to get liquidated. Let's go, NT. Sir Hutzing has got wrecked with shorts. My worst week ever since I started crypto 2 years ago. 35% of my camp. Oh, bless you. What do you call it? It's the yearly open, man. The yearly open play. You've got to play it as it comes in. It's like the anatomy of a candle, which we discussed. I did this on YouTube as well. I've done this a few times on YouTube, and I've done this on the video on Twitter as well. So this is the, like, let's say this is the candle here. This is the yearly open. If you're expecting to be bullish for the year, you want to see a bit of a price action like this. Come back down, let the wick of the year come in. Once we reclaim and hold above it, then we can play bullish price action here for the yearly, for the rest of the year. Vice versa on the downside, let it do its thing, right? If you want to be thinking bearish, let it get make the higher of the year. Once we get back down below here, then we can do a nice little trade coming back down, and that'll be a confirmation for shorts there. So shorts right now, not so much. I'm not looking for shorts at the moment, but we'll see what ETH is doing. ETH at the moment, really and truly, I think we push up. I really think that we push up. I really think that there's liquidity. Well, I know there's liquidity up here at 1351. I want to see price come up there, come into the mid-range and see what happens. If it comes to 1440, which is 2018 all-time high, gets back below the mid-range, then I can take a short, play it back down into here, into this weekly range. And once we step back into the range itself, play it back down to mid-range, lose the yearly open, and then we can play it back down to the range low and lose this range bound environment, take out the liquidity over here at the bottom of July's low. And that's pretty much it. And after that, we'll see what happens. Will this happen in 1 week? I don't think so. I think it will take a little while. If you look at it for the month, right, it's a bullish month. It's a bullish month. It looks like we're taking out liquidity last. Look, let's just put it here. Let's prepare ourselves for the following week, couple of weeks itself. That's liquidity here. That's liquidity there. Price is capped in this area here. If we do something like that and we close below last month's last month's high, bearish market structure, take the shorts back to last month's mid-range. Look to take out this liquidity over here and then this liquidity over here, and then we'll see what happens next. That's the pretty much gist of it. So let it do its thing. At the moment, liquidity, the magnet in price is looking at last month's high. That's really what it is. So once they get last month's high, then we'll see what's next. Any pullback and get back into the range, we'll take the shorts. Not a big deal. Powell watching the market, red and rubbing his hands. Yeah, man. You know what it is? It's going to be a bit of a volatile move coming in the next couple of days. couple of weeks really. For those who don't know, look at BVOL for example. BVOL 24. So starting to have a bit of a push up there. Volatility hasn't fully kicked in, right? So let me show you this on the monthly. We're coming at crazy lows. The last time we was at this low here, right? We've taken out lows of this. Let me show you. This was like October's low of 2018. And the last time, and you can see, come out to the lows and we're pushing back up as well. So volatility is increasing, which is all good. But the last time we was at this lows over here, it was November 2018. And we all know what happened. 6K to 3K was fucking horrible. How can I deal with the loss? It has taken away my self-confidence for trading. Okay, so all right, let me be honest, right? Let me chat to you guys. I'm gonna need a cigarette now. What seems to be the issue when you take a loss, right? What's the problem with taking a loss? You're losing money in it. No one wants to lose money, right? But you want to make money. You have to. There's a saying that my uncle, back home in Mauritius, he's got his own business and he's very successful. His business himself is Gaslao in he them tire places in it. Like you go to a geezer, and the geezer actually changes your tires and whatever. He's got like a tire business in it that he runs in Mauritius. And what fucking hell, man, like this guy is mad. So he started this when he was 24 years old, and like now at the moment, I've no word of a lie, I've seen 2 suitcases underneath his bed filled with money. That's and I remember saying to him like, a couple of years ago, I'm like, how did you do this? How do you build your business? And he said to me one thing in it. He goes, you got to take risk, right? To make money, you got to spend money. And like in Mauritius, down in the south especially, his tire business is clean. Like it's like proper sweet looking kind of business as well. And he goes, losing money is part of the whole business, of the whole thing. You got to learn from it. So now Serhat is saying to me that like he's taking a loss and it's affecting his self-confidence. You're going to get stopped out, my friend. You're always going to get stopped out. No one gets 100%. No one does 100% trading. But the key is risk management. If you can manage your risk, you're way ahead of the game. So, for example, if you want to risk, like, let's say I've got like a $10,000 account, right? And I'm risking 2%. 2% is $200. Now, if I get stopped out, I lose $200. What I'll do is I look for a second trade, because I look for a second trade. If I get stopped out the second time, I now lost $400 in a day. What I do on my third trade, if I'm going to enter a third trade, whether I like to take a day off, step away from the charts, because that's two trades lost. But what I like to do is then I need to make up that $400, so I reduce my risk. So when I say reduce my risk, me personally, from $200 now I play $100 now. So if I get stopped out, I lose $100, and that becomes $500. What that means, to make it back up, I need to get a 4-hour trade to cover that $400 loss. Once I go back to $400, I've covered my loss, I go back to my normal risk. So if you feel like that you're having a bit of a self-confidence issue at the moment, it's fine. Take the day off, man. Don't trade it when you have uncertainty. When you're doubting yourself and you're not feeling confident at all, that's the moment you gotta step away. Even if you were looking for shorts and longs, and then the price did exactly what you was expecting, it's better to step away, because you can't like, it's like like a doctor or a surgeon can't operate on his family. Why? Because there's emotions running in. And if you got emotions running while trading or doing surgery, you could do something quite lethal. So same thing when it comes to trading. If you got emotions running and you try to revenge trade, or you're lost confidence, or you feel like uncertain, you're a bit scared and whatever, what could happen is you can miscalculate your risk, miscalculate the trade, and make more damages to your account. So my honest opinion is to literally just take a step down and just walk away for a little bit and come back tomorrow. That's my opinion. That's the honest advice I can give to you guys. Okay. But manage your risk. 35% of your account. Is that what you said? Of your capital loss. That's a lot of money. I mean, is that consecutive loss one after another? Yeah, you haven't. Of course, you're gonna have a lot of emotions. So I don't blame you, because no one wants to lose. Like even losing 5% of your capital or 10% of your capital. That's a lot of money there. Even if your account is $100 or even if your account's like 100 grand, it doesn't matter. Money is money at the same time. Losing percentage of your capital sucks. Really sucks. But we've been through it. We've all been through that. Trust me, I've been through that a lot of times, many times. I've been liquidated bare times myself. Yo, Joe, great. What's going on, man? Mother-in-law down. Oh shit, we see you over Christmas or a bit. Oh my god, bless you. My thoughts and love to you and your family, my brother. I hope your mother-in-law is fine. I hope your missus is doing well, and you know my thoughts and prayers with your family. We'll always be with your family, for all of you guys as well. Pirate, yeah, I had to do it. I had to do it. I look like a freaking donkey, didn't I? All right, let's get back to thingy. So we talked about the trade itself as a weekly outlook, right? Now let's go straight into the Let's have a look at this one second. We'll look at BNB back into the mid range. Yeah, perfect. That's fine. It's a really strong move actually. What's the 4 hours? Because if you guys recall, right, on DCC, I had a plan. Where was it? A lot of these plans are looking quite good. Let me try and find. Did I do one for BNB? Yeah. If you look here on BNB, I had this plan over here as well. I was looking at like this range low over here. Let me just bring this back up. So the plan was this. See this low over here, right? That's where it was finding resistance. The confirmation for the trades would have been over here. That's the confirmation for the shorts itself, right? But then if we step back up, any support over here, take the longs, breaking market structure, play back to the mid-range, hold above it, play back up to a range high. And BNB literally has hit target to the mid-range. So if anyone took taking the longs on BNB, happy days, we did it. And it was there was a lot of plans we did. We did links, CHC, we did quite a few of them, like which we marked out. And as if you can, let me just draw this out. Here it is. That's where we come out to. So mid-range is actually hit quite well. You can see quite carefully that the price action wise it was bullish. The pivot was here. Oops. That's what I'm looking for. There, a pullback would have been nice there, but then as you can see right here, we're holding this high here. Invalidation would be here. Play it back into the mid range, and that's a sweet little trade there as well. So actually really a nice trade that we just hit. Not a bad deal there. Not bad. So we'll see what happens over here. So now, going into the next set of trades for BNB. Actually, I might as well do this right now for you guys. Let it do its thing. If I want to take longs, once we come back up, this is the high that I'm looking at, that's capping the market there. Reclaim and hold above it. Take this long over there. Invalidation will be here. And then play it back up to 25% of range. And I'm quite happy with the range high there. That's not a bad trade. It's still a range band play. We're still a range band play. And I think the alts as a whole, we discussed this as a group together, is looking bullish. Remember, we discussed target 1 would be here. We said that we had a breaking market structure. We talked about this. Do you guys remember in DCC? This is the consolidation over here. We'll come back down. This is the range low. A bit of a deviation over there. Push back up. Break up. Hold support. And we say as long as you hold support, bullish market structure, off we go. Target 1. So once your final target is once we get above there, that's your long. Playing it into these areas here. But I'm looking here. That's one section now. The next thing is any pull back and hold above it. We can squeeze into this area here. So longs for alts as well. And then we'll see if we can take out this liquidity over here at the top. Then we'll see what happens next. Do we actually reclaim and hold above it and keep going higher? Or do we actually come back down? And then that was just a deviation and we play it back down over here. This was just a deviation of this range high there. That's the previous all-time high on total too. So the alts has been quite good in terms of longs. I mean, the plan was done. We discussed this quite carefully and in depth. And it's done well. It's done well. So coming into resistance now. Like these are areas of resistance. So we'll see how we go for the next couple of hours. But speaking about, let's look at dollar index. Let's do the whole plan for dollar index and whatnot. Really and truly, right? So if I go down to 1 hour, how do I actually look at this? To me, this is I'm looking for a range band environment. So the first range low is this low here, right? And then I'm looking for a range higher, which I would say this high here. Did I say this high? No, it's this high. That's what I use. I use this high here. Okay. Now, London to me has made the low of the day, right? This is the low of the day. I'm expecting. I don't want to see this low get taken out. really, we could come back here as a quick wick. Once we hold above it, bullish market structure right there. Take the longs on dollar index into the mid-range, squeeze it up to the range high. And this is just a range bound environment. That's a longing scenario there. The shorting scenario is that I do not want to see this getting taken out. If it comes into here, breaks down, bearish market structure, let's go a lot more lower. Then you can long ES, long your crypto, and you'd be longing like Euro USD, GBP USD kind of shit as well. But I'm expecting I want to see how New York actually plays out, which is going to open up in a bit actually, the next half an hour or so. Well, not in a half an hour, but I want to see how New York actually plays. Once New York's giving me bullish market structure on dollar index, I'm going to see how that goes with ES. I'd be expecting ES to be pulling back at the same time. So going into ES, how do we do this? As a day trade, let's have a look at the levels. What we got here. I did this explanation on the freaking, what you call it, you know. Yeah, I did this explanation like while I was talking to myself, really. So this is the levels we're looking at, okay? The first one is this. So it's the weekly level that we're talking about, that we had 3 weeks worth of consolidation. That's the first one. That's the first set of levels, okay? At the same time, let me just hide all this. I'm just doing the mid-range. Right over here. Cool. So that's the weekly level, right? We have a lot of like consolidation that's happening right at the base over here. As long as this low holds, we're good to go for higher prices. Now, is there a price that's actually capping the market? Yeah, to me, it's this low here. That's holding the market there. And I'd say this high here. Similar to Ethereum, to dollar index there. Now, it looks like at the moment, if I were to mark this high here, if it was to be bullish, right, I want to see this high to hold, right? I want to see this high to hold, reclaim this high there, off we go. Let's play back into the mid-range. I'll be quite happy for that as a long scenario. But if I'm expecting a push up on dollar index, I'm expecting a push down on ES. So how would I play this? Well, really and truly, let it do its thing. Once we get back down below here, the confirmation will be below this high here. This is the range band, and then it become a deviation of the range. Once we step back into it, play back into the mid-range, on the mid-range, see how we go into this as, well, I'll say target. We're squeezing to this height, this level here, target 1, and then that'll be target 2. If we lose this here, then let's go down, take out these lows of here, and that'll be target 3. And it'll be the same range band on dollar index that we're looking at approximately. So that makes sense for ES there. So just going to be seeing what happens. And I'm expecting again, London has made the high of the day. I really think that London has made the high of the day. If we look here, where's London's high? London's high is here. That's 9 o'clock. Yeah, that's London's high. That looks like it's capping the market. Let's drop it down to 15 minutes. Strong push up anyway, innit? Right, so mark this out there. So that's this is the key pivot there. What I'm looking for confirmation is get back down below here, bearish market structure, lose this trend line over here. Once we lose this trend line there, smack it back down, target 1, target 2, and target 3. And that's all it is. As a day trade, that's not a bad play on the downside there. On the upside, we're playing it back to the mid-range. That's all it is. Simple as that. Now, Bitcoin. No, the live was here. It's on YouTube. I said it, man. I think I was telling you guys on VC, on the VIP, but never mind. Yeah, Joe, great. I don't know if you're still here, but if you want to reach out to me, you can hit me up, and we can chat there. Give me a second, guys. Let me get some water, man. My throat is really fucked up. Give me a moment there. Sorry about that, guys. Thank you for that. Cool. So let's go into BTC. Let's just talk about what we got here to work on going forward for the rest of the week, really. So, well, not the rest of the week, as a day trade plan. Now, as a day trade, let me bring this up. We've got levels here. So this is the weekly level that we got. This is where we get capped in. We're just above it. is now the question is, are we going to find resistance, right? So if you look at this, right, on the 1 hour, right, what's capping the market at the moment is this high here. That's the high that's capping the market there. Now, again, I'm expecting London to make the high of the day. This is, to me, could be the high of the day. We could get a quick stop run there, entering New York. Once we get back down, as a quick day trader can play back into this level here, all right, which we'll talk about in just a second there. Let me just move this here. Let me just kind of have a look at what's going on there. We'll see what happens. So for the short trade, right, it's this. Do we push up into these level there? We'll figure it out in just a moment there. For the short trade is this, right? So let's go on the 15 minutes and let's just work this out. We have had a very strong push up in the market quite tremendously. And if I'm looking for a quick little scalp trade, how do I do that? Let's drop it to 5 actually. Let's talk about the scalp play, right? The scalp play is this, right? So what's capping the market at the moment, short term, right? Right now, it's this high here. That's the high that's capping the market. Now, if we pull back into here, which we're finding resistance there, break down, I'm looking for something like this. Let's just draw this out there. Something like that. Once we lose these lows over there, play it back down. That's the confirmation to play it back down into this low in particular, right over here. That's what I'll be target one. I said probably into here actually. That'll be your first set of targets there, and that's your confirmation to play back down as a quick scalp trade, and that'll be the high of the day, and we'll see what happens. The thing is, the start of the day, the daily open started around here, right off this candle there. That's the daily open. Play it back into here. Once we actually lose this area there, bearish market structure, play it down, take out these liquidity there into the macro range high, the weekly range high. Now that's a nice little day trade, scalp trade as we go. And then we're going to worry, is this a deviation or is this a retest? If it's a retest, we want to see price hold above it, bullish market structure, off we go, cut the shorts, play it back up to this level here, 17, which was it come down to 17,220, and then we can see how we go into these areas here, 17,276. That's the thing is when to cut the trade to play the quick longs there. Now, if I'm looking for confirmation on the downside, right, what I want to see, let me just delete everything off. What I want to see is price to get back into this range. How far in the range? We'll have the Monday's range. We'll figure out as it is for next week as well. What I want to see to increase my probability is getting back below this high here. Then I say, once we come back down, play it back down into this range high there, and then I'm going to see how we react, and I want to see a breakdown into these lows here. So I've been marking out this particular low over here. Once we find resistance off it, take the shorts, fill out all this inefficiency over here. That's one. Come back down to here. Really intrude. I think we come back down to here, to this area, to 1720. That's when we'll see what happens there into this level there. This is the trend line, positive trend line that we've got. If I show you on the higher time frame, go on the 15. Let's go on the 1 hour. That's the trend line that we're looking for. If it steps back into the range, you gotta ask yourself, the fuck are you doing back in the range? And I would like to see this get level this high to hold. If it holds above it, gets back up, happy days, let's go higher prices. But if we end up losing it and starts showing bearish market structure, we're back in the range. You're like, okay, that was a deviation. Send it back down to lower prices, and we work it level to level. That's what it is. But as a day trade, I think ideally I would like to see us come back into here. Ideally, I'm not gonna lie to you. As a day trade, I like to see this come back into here. But that's the plan there for the short scenario. If I'm looking for long scenarios, what I'm looking for, so we're at that key level, right? So if I draw that line, yeah, leave it as black. That key level, right? Once we hold above it, right? Even if we hit target here and whatever it does, right, as a day trade, this could be like for tomorrow or Wednesday or whatever. Once we get back up and hold above it, bullish market structure, I want to see us take out these liquidity there, come back into here, 17.6k, from 17.6k and hold above it. Then I can carry on taking out these liquidity in here at 18.4k and look to go to July's low at 18.6. And I think that's a very solid trade to go on the upside there. And that'll be a really, really nice play, level to level, taking out liquidity on the upside. That's what I'm looking for. But again, it's Monday. Take it easy. Nothing to rush on there. So Ethereum is fucking mental, fam. All right, so Ethereum is it's cleanly smashed above that range high. Same thing, range bound environment itself. We've had a deviation. Oops, fuck off. We had a deviation on the downside, deviation on the upside many times as well. There we go. There we go. Let's see what happens there. A lot of deviation. Is this going to be the breakout to go to the mid range? To me, you see this double top there? That's why I'm looking to take that out. This double top right there looks to me, it's juicy enough to take out the stops there. That's a double top right there. Easy to take out. Now the question is, this for me is the high of the Monday. I want to time ETH and BTC together and see how they react. If ETH is coming, like if BTC comes at that support at that trend line over here, and at the same time we see ETH coming down into this range high and holding support there, I'm happy to take the long to go out, take out this liquidity over here. So how would I play the shorts for a day trade now? Okay, again, I think London has made the high of the day. Going to 15 minutes. Let's just see what's going on. Been very, very strong though with Ethereum. Where's the high of the day? That's it. London's high to me is this 9 o'clock, 9:30. We're underneath London's high. Do we get a quick spike during New York and then get back down below here? We do this. Happy days. Take the shorts. Off we go. Play it down into this level there. That'll be target 1. See how we go. And then I'll be looking to go into target 2 to front run the whole thing. We'll be off this high here. That'll be target 2. And I want to see target 3 as well. Then we'll see if this is a deviation or a retest. If it gets back below here, and you see BTC is breaking that trend line that we drew, right? If BTC does something like that, happy days. And you see Ethereum getting back below here and showing at the same time bearish market structure, plate down level to level, 25% range, and work our way down to the mid range itself. That's the gist of it. But we'll see how that works out. Being a fast move up there. Is there any reason to be bullish in the market? Not necessarily. Inflation is still high. I'm still looking for a push up to 1400, 1440 on Ethereum. Go back into previous all-time high, back in 2018's all-time high itself. So that's what I've been looking for. But what does your gut say? Do we visit lows at 15.4, 15.8 before 18? I think we'll most likely go to 18k before 15.4k. You have to bear in mind the yearly open. Once we get to the yearly open and we start finding resistance underneath the yearly open, shorts go low. Take the shorts. Should be good, yeah? I don't know what's happening. I think there's a problem with my Ethernet cable. I think that's what's happening. Because the internet, I'm getting Wi-Fi quite sound. Rugged again. And everywhere else in the house is perfectly fine. But for some reason... Jesus Christ. Yeah, for some reason... My internet is actually upgraded, fam. You know what's going on, for fuck's sake. Yeah, cool. Well, coming to an end anyway. What you call it? It's something. I think it's the Ethernet cable. I need to change that later on because that's been bugging me a little bit. Because the Wi-Fi at home, it's perfectly fine. It's all perfectly fine. But anyway, but yeah, bullish market structure, right? Like to me, once we come back to here, what I would like to see as a pull, I'd be quite happy for a pull back into here. Shows me the bullish market structure. Take the longs, and then we can take out this liquidity here. That's what I would like to see personally. Me personally to take out these highs over here. 1351 really, and then do we squeeze up to 1400? That's what I like to see, and that'll be a retest of the mid range, July's mid range, and then if we start losing it, play back down. That's what I'm looking for personally itself. I'm quite happy to take a long on a pullback itself. So see what happens. I mean, EPTC, if you look at EPTC, is looking quite bullish actually. It's looking quite bullish, you know. Key levels though. I mean, like if it's there's this liquidity here. Do we take this out? That's why I'm like a little squeeze over here. We'll see what happens there. But we'll see what happens with EPDC. If EPDC holds above it, bullish market structure, take out this liquidity over here, and then we'll see what happens at the range high. We'll see what happens there. But it's looking quite decent. That's pretty much it. Someone keeps saying about Mana. What's going on with Mana? Would Mana go to $4.20? Can you see Mana go to $6? $6, fam. Fam,